Today, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the five senses. Last time you saw me, I was talking to you about these five verbs that are connected to, well, one to each sense, and how these verbs can be used as both action verbs or being verbs. But today, I want to talk to you about how we can use our five senses not just as verbs, but as ways to describe the world. And you should know that the way that we describe things in language is with these words, adjectives. Remember that the purpose of an adjective is to give more information about a noun. So adjectives are used to describe nouns. And the reason we might want to describe something is to give our reader or our listener a better mental picture or a better idea of what it is we're talking about. And that's why we use that triangle shape to talk about adjectives. Because adjectives help us go from a very broad or general or very basic idea, like if I talk about cats, and I can use adjectives to help narrow down that idea. So if I talk about a big, yellow, wild, scary, strong, fierce, majestic cat, you can think and get a clearer picture that maybe I'm not just talking about your little cute kitten at home, but I'm talking about a lion. And maybe that wasn't clear. But adjectives are the way to make ideas clearer in the mind of the reader or the listener. And let's talk about how that connects to your five senses. Well, remember that your five senses are just the ways in which we as people get information from the world. And we use that usually, or we use these usually, in order to get more information about things. And then adjectives will always connect, almost always connect, very clearly to one of the five senses. Okay, so I have words like sweet. And sweet, I might have a sweet smelling, man, what is sweet smelling? I might have a sweet smelling dessert waiting for me when I get home and I walk in the door and it just, oh, it smells so good. And then when I eat it, maybe it tastes delicious. Or maybe I was confused and that sweet smelling dessert was actually really spicy. Who would do such a thing? I mean, some people, they have crazy tastes. But that's the way in which I can experience the world and I can tell you more about my experiences using my five senses and using adjectives. So let's review.
Adjectives, the five senses. What are the five senses? The five senses are sight, hearing, smell, taste, and feel. What are adjectives? They give more information about a noun or subject. What is the reason we might want to describe something? To give our reader or listener a better mental picture or idea of what it is we are talking about. What shape is used to represent adjectives? An upside-down triangle is used to represent adjectives. How do we use our five senses in the world? We use our five senses to get information from the world. Why are the five senses important in reading? Using the five senses is how we imagine to sense fictional and imaginary worlds.